Hey guys, this is Bando Guy 4 bringing you another episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last part, got the game started. If you notice that the music is different or that my rupee total is different, that's because I had to re-record everything. Well, not everything. But the first episode went fine, the commentary for the rest messed up. There's that. Gonna head right into Tail Cave, get this thing going. So, this is our first dungeon. Come to the right, these guys, you just have to knock them into pits. They won't die normally. Door closes because there are some shoes hiding, and I got hit right away. Here's our compass. The compass is interesting in this game. It shows you where treasure chests are, and the nightmare, the bosses of this game, are. In this one, it will make a tone when there's a key hidden somewhere in the room. So I will point that out shortly because I'm going to be in such a room in just a moment. This room will have a key. And that was the tone. So now him in, step on the switch, and that will be our key. And if I come over here, I'll find some. I think these are technically stall children. I think the stall folks you don't find until later. Take out those keys. Lost a rupee, but that's okay. And here's my map. So I already have the map and the compass of this dungeon. There's the layout for you. Now I'm just gonna come right over here. Ignore that guy. Some keys in this room. Once again, the door will lock. And coming up here, we're gonna see a little Moldorm. And there's a very... Okay, kill yourself. 20 rupees in that chest. You can see a very obvious crack in the wall over here. I do not have bombs yet, but I will be coming back to this dungeon when I do to get what's behind there. So here's our locked door, and I will be pointing out differences between this version and the color version. And one of them, the piece of power is not one of them, but it makes me do more damage. There are some stone slabs in this game, and in the color version there's one right there that tells you that you should push blocks, but it is not here in this version. There is one right there, and I could have gone to get the stone beak that shows you what those say before this, but it says the exact same one as a different wall somewhere else in the dungeon, so I decided to ignore it for now. Coming up here, we get the Rock's Feather, which will allow me to jump. Something that Link could do in 2D games back in the day. Yes, these are Goombas, and if you jump on them like you would in Mario, you always get a heart every single time. So if you're low on hearts in the dungeon, see if you can find some Goombas. Just jump right over here to get back faster. I was hoping to hit that keys before anything bad happened. So when you have a piece of power for as long as it lasts, just about everything will die in a single hit. You hear the tone, so you know that chest is going to be a key. There's a key in that room too. You want to come on this upper path first. You really don't have to worry about that guy. Even with a piece of power though, they won't die unless you knock them into a pit. There's our Nightmare's key. We'll open up the boss door. Or the Nightmare's lair, I suppose. If I had gone to the right, it was just that room with the keys and the spike trap. Coming down here, we have another style child. The room that is below me is the room where I got the map. There are one-way doors that have the outline of a person on them. You can go through the side that has a person, but the side with the arrow like that you cannot go through. So there's another one of those. These guys can be a little tricky. You have to... When you hit them, the symbol stops changing, and you need to make them all have the same symbol, and then they will go away. So this is a stone beak, or at least it's called a stone beak specifically in DX, the color version. But here it just says a fragment of a stone slab. I will be calling it a stone beak. So you go up to one of these walls. It says turn aside the spined ones with a shield, which we already figured out to do that, so doesn't really help now. Here's our first mini boss, and fortunate me, I have a piece of power. That should make this go very quickly. I have taunted many LPers for dying against this boss, so if I do, please torment me in the comments and I will apologize to all of them. But I did not take a hit, so... Though to be fair, I did have to re-record, so it hasn't been that long since I fought that boss. Just let the spike traps go. Here's Moldorm. And like in other Zelda games, you just hit his tail, but since I still had the piece of power going, I didn't even have to spin attack. I'll show you. If you fall off, you end up in a room down here with some hanging bodies. And you just come up back in this room right before the boss. Alright, so what you collect at the end of the dungeons are instruments of the Sirens, which I'll be told shortly anyway. They play a bit when you collect them of my favorite piece of music in any video game, so I'm going to not talk when it's playing. So I'll read the text box and then it's going to play music and I'm not going to talk. You've got the full moon cello. Doesn't sound too impressive with just one instrument, but later on, swamp. A path opens in the brooms. So at the end of each dungeon, it gives you a little hint of where to go, but this is a big world. So, all time. What? That is an instrument of the Sirens. I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north, in Kapunga Swamp. Hoot indeed. So, he's just telling me more about the swamp. And I'm going to head straight back to Mabe Village, which, since I didn't say it, that's where the main village of the game, though that sign doesn't tell you. But first, hey buddy, it's serious. Yeah, really serious. Yeah, it is. The moblins came to the village. Yeah, that's right. A whole gang of moblins. Then it's for real. They all went to the house. Yeah, that house. And then they did something at Bow Wow's house. It was a really bad scene with moblins. So, I mean, yeah. It might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. So, I could go over to Bow Wow's house, but I skipped some stuff that I could have done before the first dungeon. I'm going to do that now. So, come in this well, and you get the first of your pieces of heart. There is a grand total of 12 pieces of heart in this game. Yeah, you get 14 heart containers. As you can see, the chain chomp that was here before is gone. Okay. Like any good Zelda game, if you attack the chickens for enough time, I'm just gonna mash here for a bit. It will happen. It took a while the first time too. Just keep hitting the Kuko, and eventually a whole flock will attack you. And you want to get off of the screen as soon as you can, because they will kill you. Also, you'll see these houses with phone booths on top of them throughout the game. If you go in, ring ring, hello, it's me, Olorira. Ask me anything about the island. If you get lost, give me a call. Bye, click. It's a little hint system, so if I call again, well, most moblins live in the mysterious forest, but some live in the caves with tall heights. Hope that is what you wanted to know. Click. So, you can go into one of those and get a little bit more of a hint. By the way, also if you attack a dog, it will leap at you. I do not condone attacking chickens or dogs. but for the purposes of this game, I decided to show you what will happen. So if you come up here, oh, will you give that doll to my baby? Yes. And she tells you that you're a generous person and will give you in return a ribbon. So this starts a very long, drawn out trading side quest that actually has story purposes to go through. Though, if you're a speedrunner, you can skip like the first half of the trading side quest, but I am not one. Makeup, jewels, dresses, I want it all. Sigh. Some new accessories would be nice. Oh, that ribbon. I need it. Will you trade for my dog food? Yes, I will. Lucky. Thanks. Well, here's your dog food. And we get canned food. It's full of juicy beef. It's what's for dinner, except I'm having chicken for dinner. So if you come up here, there'll be a fishing spot. And this guy says, how about some fishing, little buddy? I'll only charge you 10 rupees. I will fish. Here's how you do it. Use left and right on the control stick to aim a cast, or directional pad. Once you hook a fish, press the button rapidly to reel him in. So, I'm gonna just do a short cast to show you. They'll grab on, push A kind of fast, and you reel them in. The small ones will only give you 5 rupees. The ones that I want to catch, and he will tell you how to do it every time. The 2 I want, I will pull them all in so that I get a little bit of rupees back if I happen to hook one of the small ones. But I want the one that's way out at the far edge of the screen, and I want the big one that's directly below me. Everything else is 5 rupees or nothing, so not a big deal. This is the hardest one to reel in because it's big and far away. So I'm going to mash real fast for a little bit here. Got him. And he says, Slunker, give me a 20 rupee prize for that one. So that's how you make rupees from doing this. And now I want this. Looks like the small one's going to grab on. So I'm going to end up clearing the pond, which I don't think there's a bonus for clearing the pond or anything. By now, there are no other fish to get in my way. So, I can focus on the... just hold it right on the D-pad when I cast to keep it a little bit closer. Let it fall down. Tap A a little bit to get it closer to me. Let it fall back down so I don't pull it out. A little bit closer to the fish. He's interested. Now mash. And oh, it's a big one. And it has a piece of heart too. You got a 20 rupee prize on top of that. Try again? Well, there's no fish left. I have plenty of passion. Anyway, so that's 2 pieces of heart. I am going to go this way. The kids are going to talk to me again, so I'll skip this screen. Okay, and now back down this way. I'm going to come down the screen from here. Hop down this ledge and go to the right. And one more screen to the right. I am here now. I'm going to go inside this house. And there's an alligator? I think it's an alligator. What's that you have? It's canned food. For heaven's sake, man, give that food to me, please. He's hysterical. What do you do? I'll give it to him. Oh, thank you. I'll take that. Munch munch. That was great. I know it's not a fair trade, but here's some bananas. Yum. Well, bananas are a pretty good source of potassium. So, I'll take the bananas. I'm the sort of person who, when I go for a snack, I usually snack on fruit, so bananas are perfect for me. And the kids are going to talk to me again when I get back into town. They will talk to you every time you go past them until you take care of the story stuff. So, it's a little incentive to keep the game going for you. But I pushed B to skip it. Haha. So, they told me to figure out what happens for yourself. And you'll find out what happened to Bow Wow next time. I will see you guys then.